Hello, dear students. Up till now, we have completed chapter 1 to chapter 5 of your science. Today, we are going to start new chapter, chapter 6, physical and chemical changes. Before starting, let me tell you what is meant by physical change so that when we go through the chapter, you will be easily able to classify the type of change taking place in the various processes. First of all, let us define what is a physical change. If there is a change in the shape of an object, if there is a change in the state of an object, if there is a change in the color of an object, then it is a physical change. In other words, whenever there is a change in the physical properties of a substance, then the change taking place is a physical change. You can take the example of water. What is the form of water? Liquid form. When heated, it changes into vapor. Liquid changes into gaseous form in this process. And when this water is cooled, suppose you are keeping that water in a glass inside the freezer, what will happen? It will change into ice. It is the solid form of water. So liquid changes into solid form. This water is found in 3 different forms: solid, liquid and gas. When heated, water changes into vapor. When cooled, water changes into ice. In all the 3 different forms, that is solid, liquid and gaseous form of water, there is H2O. There is no change in chemical. There is the only change in the state of that substance. This means it is a physical change but not a chemical change, because the chemical found in all the 3 different states, whether it is water in liquid form, whether it is water in the solid form, that is ice, or whether it is water in the gaseous form, that is vapor, in all the 3 different forms there is H2O. So chemically it is same, chemical composition doesn't change, so it is a physical change. Clear? You can take another example from a daily life: rubber band. You can stretch the rubber band. What happens when it is stretched? It elongates. There is the change in the shape only. No change in chemical takes place. No change in chemical composition occurs. So again, it is a physical change. One more example you can have from your daily life: melting of wax. What happens? When you heat the wax, it melts. Melting of wax is again a physical change, because only the state changes, only the form changes, solid to liquid, but chemical remains the same. So main point to be noticed here is that whenever there is no change in chemical, no change in chemical composition of a substance, but there is only the change in shape, state, color, or you can say change in physical properties take place, then the kind of change is a physical change. Tearing of paper, you can say. When you tear a paper into, say, number of pieces, each piece is made up of same chemical as that of the original paper. So it is a Physical change. Now what is a chemical change then? Definitely, as the name indicates, there will be a change in the chemical composition. Change in the chemical of the substance will take place in a chemical change. For example, iron piece. You have seen many articles, many items in your surroundings which are made up of iron. What happens when iron gets rusted? What kind of change is it? Physical change or chemical change? During rusting, remember, iron changes into iron oxide. Iron means what? Fe. It is the chemical formula for iron, Fe. And it changes into iron oxide, that is Fe2O3. During rusting, Fe changes into Fe2O3. Now you yourself tell, what is the change? Can it be a physical change? No, it is a chemical change. So, rusting of iron is a chemical change. Let us take now a situation in which both the changes take place together, physical change as well as chemical change. Then the concept will be crystal clear with you. Say I am having a piece of iron. I am asked to prepare different articles from this piece of iron, such as iron nail. I can prepare iron pin. I can prepare an utensil made up of iron and many other objects. But all these articles prepared by me are made up of the same chemical, that is iron. So it is a physical change, as there is the only change in the shape. Clear? But what will happen when the iron nail gets rusted? It means here Fe changes into iron oxide, Fe2O3. So now it is a chemical change. Thus, keep it in your mind, whenever there is a physical change, no change in chemical will take place, no change in chemical composition will take place, but in chemical change, chemical itself will change. All substances which are found in surroundings in nature, they are made up of certain chemicals. For example, pen, pencil, blackboard, mouse of your computer, they are all made up of certain chemicals. Right? If there is no change in chemical, then it will be a physical change. Suppose I am having a mouse in my hand and I throw it. What will happen to that mouse? Definitely it will break into pieces. But is there a change in chemical? No. So, it is a physical change. Clear? If you are having a piece of paper, you can, while playing, you must have prepared a paper boat with paper, a paper aeroplane also. But what kind of change is it? 100%. It is a physical change, because a paper boat is made up of paper itself. Paper aeroplane is made up of paper itself. The chemical found in paper is same. So it is a physical change. But what happens when you burn this paper? Burning of paper. When you burn, carbon dioxide will come out. What comes out on burning? Carbon dioxide, and energy will be emitted. Now tell me, what kind of change is it? Is it a physical change or chemical change? 100% chemical change. Clear? So this is the main difference between physical change and chemical change. Same with the water also. Water can be changed into ice, it can be changed into vapor. When it state changes only, then it is a physical change. But there is one process about which you will be studying in your higher class, that is electrolysis. What is this process? Electrolysis. Water can be passed through this process. What is the meaning of this electrolysis? Passing current through the water. What happens then? Water, during electrolysis phenomena, water breaks into H2 and O2. It can be broken into two parts. Chemical formula for water is H2O, and when it undergoes electrolysis phenomena, it breaks into H2 and O2. It has to be balanced. I am just telling you the parts which we are getting. So H2 and O2, these are two different chemicals. So it is a chemical change. Clear? Now let us start with the lesson now. Physical change and chemical change. Right. Let us take first example from our daily life, dissolving sugar in water. Sometimes your mother must have asked you to dissolve sugar in water and prepare cold drink. Right? What happens? Is it a physical change or chemical change? Definitely it is a physical change, because in sugar solution there is again sugar, so no change in chemical takes place. Second example, you can take formation of curd from milk, setting curd from milk. Now the chemical found in milk is different from that found in curd. So setting curd from milk is a chemical change. Clear? Third example, you can take cooking of food. What happens when you cook the food? Is it a physical change or chemical change? During cooking, what happens? Cooking at high temperature, you are adding salt, you are adding butter, you are adding oil and various spices. There is a change in the chemical composition of the food. So, it is a chemical change. Remember, cooking of food is a chemical change. Next example, you can take cutting of a piece of paper. Suppose you are having a piece of paper and you are asked to cut this piece of paper into 4 pieces. Right? Cut each square piece further into 4 pieces, square pieces. You can lay these pieces on the floor so that the pieces acquire the shape of the original piece of the paper. Obviously, you cannot join the pieces back to make the original piece, but there is the change in the property of the paper, that is physical property, and it is the shape. So, it is the physical change. The shape changes. Clear? Then stretching of rubber band, as I have already discussed. When you stretch it, its shape changes. So again it is a physical change. Melting of ice, again its form changes. Solid changes into liquid, but still there is water, H2O. It is a physical change. Melting of ice, again the form changes, state changes. So it is again a physical change. Boiling of water, water changes into vapor. Right? But in vapor also there is H2O. So again it is a physical change. Rusting of iron, as I have already discussed, iron will change into iron oxide. Fe will change into Fe2O3. So there is a change in the chemical composition. So it is a chemical change. Then burning of candle, burning of wood, burning of coal. Take it as an exercise and you classify yourself what kind of change is it. Think over it. Clear? So some pictures you can see in which the various changes can be observed: burning of candle, cooking of food, how the iron gets rusted, burning of coal. So now let us categorize the type of changes. How many types of changes? Up till now we have discussed physical change and chemical change, right? Physical change is a change in which no new substance is formed. There is the only change in the physical properties of the substance. Whereas in a chemical change, a new substance is formed. Chemical composition of the substance changes, then it is a chemical change. So physical change is a change in which no new substance is formed. In a physical change, the physical properties such as shape, size, color, and state of a substance. These are physical properties. If they remain the same, then it is a physical change. There are various activities given in your NCERT textbook. Your first activity, activity 6.1, is regarding cutting a piece of paper into 4 pieces. As discussed, it is a physical change because there is the only change in the shape. Which physical property changes? Shape. Activity 6.2 is regarding taking chalk dust near the blackboard in your classroom, or you can crush also chalk into dust and then add a little water to the dust to make a paste. You can roll it into the shape of a piece of chalk again. What change is it? Obviously, it is a physical change, right? Then activity 6.3, there you are discussed about the ice in a tumbler, or you can say plastic tumbler. You heat that ice, what will happen? It will change into liquid form. So again it is a physical change because the form changes. So melting of ice is a physical change. Boiling of water is a physical change. Stretching a rubber band is a physical change. Boiling of water, how can you find that it is a physical change? Suppose you are having water and you are heating water in a container. This is your activity 6.4. You will see steam rising from the surface of the water. In order to check, you can hold an inverted pan by its handle over the steam at some distance from the boiling water. What will you find? Droplets of water on the inverted pan. It means vapors are coming out from the boiling water. Clear? Now, one more example which I will like to discuss, in which the change in the color takes place. Change in the color, remember. Suppose you are having a hacksaw blade. You hold it with a pair of tongs and you heat it over the flame. What will happen when you heat iron? It becomes red hot. Its color changes, red color. So what type of change is it? Definitely, again, it is a physical change. Clear? This was your activity 6.5, in which you are asked to hold a hacksaw blade with a pair of tongs and heat it. So it will become red hot, red color. So change in color takes place. So it is a physical change. So now let us come to the concluding part. The main thing, what is physical property? What is meant by physical properties? Physical properties means what? Shape, size, color and state of a substance are called its physical properties. And what is a physical change? A change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties is called a physical change. Remember, a physical change is generally reversible. It can be reversed back. In such a change, no new substance is formed. These are the certain important points regarding physical change. So I think today this much is sufficient. What is physical change? It is crystal clear to you. You will be able to classify the various changes taking place around you in two different categories: physical change and chemical change. This was all about today. Thank you very much.